Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and I'm back with the final episode, number 14, in Let's Talk About 1984 Donruss. If you haven't watched episodes 1 through 13, you can check them out by clicking on the links in the description below. You can also find them on my channel under the playlist, Let's Talk About Baseball. In today's episode, I pick up from where I left off in episode number 13 by covering the last 50 cards in the set numbered 611 to 651. Wait, shouldn't the numbering go up to 660? Well, I'll explain the numbering oddity that Donruss did with the last few cards in the set in a few minutes. Included in today's spotlight are 6 Hall of Famers. That's right, you heard correctly. The final episode in this series ends with a flourish. Starting off with number 611, Mark Clear. In 1979, Clear finished third in the American League Rookie of the Year award voting behind John Castino and Alfredo Griffin. Clear was named to 2 American League All-Star squads with the Angels in 1979 and the Red Sox in 1982. Buck Martinez. John Albert Martinez was a backup catcher for the Royals, Brewers, and Blue Jays over a 17-year career. After his playing days, he was the manager for the Blue Jays in 2001 and 2002. He has been a television broadcaster for the past 20 years. Ken Griffey. As a key part of the Big Red Machine in the 1970s, Griffey was named to 3 National League All-Star squads. He compiled a career .296 batting average with 2,143 hits and 200 steals. He finished his career with the Seattle Mariners in 1991, playing alongside his Hall of Fame son, Ken Griffey Jr. Reed Nichols. Doug Sisk. Bob Brenly. In 1984, Brenly was named to the National League All-Star team as a member of the Giants. Upon finishing his playing career, Brenly was the manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks, leading them to a World Series title during his first year as their skipper in 2001. He has been a television broadcaster for the Cubs and Diamondbacks. Joey McLaughlin. Glenn Wilson. In 1985, Wilson was named to the National League All-Star team as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. Bob Stoddard. Len Cicada. His first name is misspelled on the card front, even though his name is spelled correctly on the back of the card with 2 N's. Donruss never corrected the error. Mike Young. John Stafaro. Carmelo Martinez. Dave Bergman. And the Running Reds, another uncorrected error found in this set. The front should read Running Redbirds, not the Reds, because they're from Cincinnati. The card features David Green, Willie McGee, Lonnie Smith, and Ozzie Smith. The Cardinals played small ball in the 1980s, which focused on good pitching, defense, and speed. As a result, my Cardinals won the World Series in 1982 and appeared in 2 other World Series in 1985 and 1987. And yes, there is a Hall of Famer on this card, Ozzie Smith.
Rudy May.
Even though May only started 17 games during the 1980 season, he led the American League in earned run average as a member of the Yankees. Matt Keogh. He was named to the 1978 American League All-Star team, even though he finished the year with an 8-15 record with the Oakland A's. In 1982, he led the American League in losses with 18, mainly because he was pitching for a very bad A's team. Jose De Leon. He had the dubious distinction of leading the National League in losses in 2 different seasons, losing 19 games with the Pirates in 1985 and 19 games with the Cardinals in 1990. Jim Messian. Darnell Coles. Mike Warren. On September 29, 1983, Warren became the 13th rookie pitcher in Major League history to throw a no-hitter as he baffled the American League West champion Chicago White Sox. Dill Crandall. As a player, Crandall was named to 8 National League All-Star teams. He won 4 Gold Glove awards and finished second in the National League Rookie of the Year award voting in 1949 to the Brooklyn Dodgers pitcher Don Newcomb. As a manager, Crandall was far less successful as he never led a team to a winning record during his 6 years managing the Brewers and the Mariners. Dennis Martinez. Nicknamed El Presidente, Martinez was named to 4 All-Star teams and finished in the top 5 in Cy Young Award voting in 1981 with the Orioles and 1990 with the Expos. He was a member of the 1983 World Champion Baltimore Orioles. He finished his 23-year career with 245 wins, 3.70 ERA, and 2,149 strikeouts. Mike Moore, he was named to his only All-Star team in 1989 as a member of the Oakland A's. He helped the Athletics to a 4-game sweep of the San Francisco Giants in the 1989 World Series. Larry Sorensen, in only his second season, Sorensen was named to the American League All-Star squad as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers. Ricky Nelson, not the musician. Omar Moreno, the Antelope, led the National League in stolen bases in back-to-back seasons with the Pirates in 1978 and 1979. In 1980, he stole an amazing 96 bases but finished second to Ron LaFleur, who stole 97. Charlie Huff, looking old even when he was young, Huff pitched in the major leagues for 25 years. He was named to his first American League All-Star team with the Rangers in 1986 at the age of 38. Pitching until he was 46, Huff retired after the 1994 season, compiling an even 216 wins and 216 losses with a 3.75 ERA and 2,362 strikeouts. Dennis Eckersley, Eck, experienced a career of two tales. He was a starting pitcher during the first 12 years of his career. In 1987, Tony La Russa, the manager of the Oakland A's, turned Eck into a reliever. He redefined the closer role as a one-inning gig and went on to record 390 saves over the next 12 years of his career. He was named to 6 All-Star squads, 2 as a starting pitcher and 4 as a closer. He won both the American League Cy Young Award and the Most Valuable Player Award in 1991. He finished in the top 10 in Cy Young Award voting 6 times. Eck was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2004. Walt Terrell, Denny Walling, Dave Anderson, Jose Oquendo, nicknamed the Secret Weapon because of his versatility to play numerous positions. Oquendo played every position, including catcher and pitcher, during the 1988 season with my St. Louis Cardinals. Bob Stanley, nicknamed Bigfoot by his teammates, Stanley was named to 2 American League All-Star squads as a member of the Red Sox in 1979 and 1983. He spent his entire 13-year career with Boston, compiling 115 wins, 3.64 ERA, and 132 saves. Dave Giesel, Scott Gereltz, he was named to the 1985 National League All-Star team as a reliever with the Giants. However, he was also a successful starter with the Giants, leading the National League in ERA during the 1989 season and helping the Giants make it to the World Series. Gary Pettis, known more for his defensive prowess and speed, Pettis won 5 Gold Gloves with the Angels and Tigers during the 80s. He also stole 354 bases over his 11-year career. Duke Snider, Donruss would spotlight a retired player in their annual set during the 1980s. The company would create a puzzle of the retired player and insert 3 pieces in each pack of cards. In the factory sets, Donruss would include 2 complete sets of puzzle pieces. Snider was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1980 after compiling a .295 batting average, 2,116 hits, 407 home runs, and 1,033 RBI during an 18-year career with the Dodgers, Mets, and Giants. Johnny Lee Master, Dave Collins. In 1984, Collins led the American League in triples with 15 as a member of the Blue Jays. He also stole 395 bases over his 16-year career. Card number 651 features the San Diego Chicken. Donruss printed a baseball card of the famous San Diego Chicken mascot in 1982, 1983, and 1984. It wasn't until the 1992 Donruss Triple Play release that the San Diego Chicken made another appearance on a Major League Baseball card. The next 7 cards in the set weren't numbered 652 to 658. Instead, Donruss chose not to number the Diamond Kings checklist with cards 1 through 26. However, Donruss numbered the next 6 checklists for cards 27 through 651 with numbers 1 through 6. The Diamond Kings checklist has 2 versions, as Donruss incorrectly spelled still in the bottom right-hand corner, similar to the Diamond King cards. In factory sets, Donruss corrected the error. This came out of packs, and down in the right-hand corner, it's missing the E in still. This came out of the factory set, and in the right-hand corner, it's corrected with the last E in still. Checklist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Donruss rounded out the set with 2 cards numbered, or should I say lettered, A and B. Each of the cards featured 2 living legends. A has Gaylord Perry and Raleigh Fingers. Perry was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1991. He was named to 4 All-Star squads as a member of the Giants, Indians, and Padres. He won the Cy Young Award twice in 1972 with the Indians and 1978 with the Padres. Over his 22-year career, Perry won 314 games with a 3.11 ERA, as well as stirring up plenty of controversy regarding his usage of whatever substance he could put on the ball to fool hitters. Uncharacteristically, Fingers didn't appear on a card in the regular set, even though he hadn't retired and would pitch 2 more seasons with the Brewers. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1992, Fingers was named to 7 All-Star teams as a member of the Athletics, Padres, and Brewers. In 1981, he won both the American League Cy Young Award and Most Valuable Player Award with the Brewers. He finished his career with a 2.90 ERA and 341 saves, which was a major league record at the time of his retirement. Card B features Carl Yastrzemski and Johnny Bench. Yaz was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1989. He was named to 18 American League All-Star teams, which included 15 straight nominations from 1965 to 1979. Yaz took home 7 Gold Glove awards. In 1967, he won the Triple Crown, leading the American League with 44 home runs, 121 RBI, and a .326 batting average, which earned him the Most Valuable Player award. He finished his illustrious 23-year career with a .285 batting average, 3,419 hits, 452 home runs, and 1,844 RBI. The Little General was a stalwart of the Cincinnati Reds during the 1970s. Bench was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1989. He was named to 14 National League All-Star teams, which included 13 straight nominations from 1968 at the age of 20 to 1980. He was the National League Rookie of the Year in 1968. He also won 2 National League Most Valuable Player awards with the Reds in 1970 and 1972. Bench was phenomenal on both sides of the field, as evidenced by his 10 straight Gold Glove awards from 1968 to 1977. Over his 17-year career, Bench had a .267 batting average, 2,048 hits, 389 home runs, and 1,376 RBI. Only one of the 4 living legends sported a mustache, and what a mustache it was. Rollie Fingers had a magnificent handlebar for most of his baseball career. This episode featured 21 crumb collectors. Well, not only does that end out this episode, but it concludes my review of the 1984 Donruss baseball set. I'll be back soon with the next chapter of Let's Talk About, when I spotlight another one of my favorite baseball sets of the 1980s. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please click on that thumbs up button and share this episode with your friends. Make sure to subscribe and update the notification icon to catch episode number 1, featuring another baseball set of the 1980s and Let's Talk About. Until next time, thanks for watching.